Hi, this is Joe.
And this is Zach.
Welcome back to This and That.
Hey Mom,
Yes, Zach?
is global warming really a problem?
Yes, I would say it's a very big
I agree.
problem. Yes, so this was a short conversation. Don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah, no, global
The
warming
podcast is done.
It's done. We're done.
Bye-bye.
Today we have
Oh no.
less than a minute.
What did you hear about the bay? Oh, I already told that one. Just kidding, podcast's not over. You probably
You need to
already
talk
knew
slower,
that.
otherwise nobody will be able to understand what you're saying. Like, that was just gibberish that you just said. What did you say? You tried to tell a joke.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
Alright.
Global warming.
Yeah. Global warming is a big problem, I think.
I agree.
Yes. Why do you think global warming is a problem?
Because it's getting hotter and I'm already melting. I was melting in the winter.
Do you understand it's not really global warming we have to worry about? It's about climate change.
That is global warming.
Well, not really, because when you say global warming, people assume that the temperature is going higher. And in certain places that's true. But also in certain places, winters are getting colder,
Well,
I think. Look,
where we live in the land down under.
there's no winter. Like, we barely had any winter, did we?
The last time it was winter was 2 years ago.
Well, last year, 2017, I think the winter was cold, but that I think was just me, because they were saying it was the warmest winter on record.
Exactly.
But this year, I don't think there was barely any winter. Like, we didn't even put the aircon on at all.
It was
on the heater. It wasn't boiling.
It was more popular.
Okay,
It was hot.
this year the temperature did not go below 10 degrees. I don't think it went below 15 degrees.
Didn't go below 20.
Most of the days were around 20 degrees here, about 17 to 20.
Didn't go
And
below
some nights-
17.
Some nights were down to 7 degrees, I think, like 2 o'clock in the
But
morning.
those are the nights. So I'm not talking about the night.
It was a beautiful winter. I don't like the cold, so it was nice. I do agree with you, it's not good because we're supposed to have a little bit of winter. We know in Queensland, like up in Queensland, they don't really have winter time. It's always warm there. It's always hot.
Well, now that's for us too.
But down here in New South Wales, we should be getting, temperatures at least around like 5 degrees, 0 degrees, 5 to 10 degrees during the day. We used to have winters like that, but we don't have that anymore. And that's due to global warming.
I've never experienced a winter in my entire life. That's that cold.
You just don't remember, but there's been it's been a while since we've had a cold winter like that. The first time when I came to Australia, almost 20 years ago, I spent my first winter in short sleeves.
Why?
Because I came from Europe, and our winters can go up to -20.
Then why did you short?
So when I came here, the winter temperature was 15 degrees. We could go swimming on 15 degrees.
Oh. So compared
Because our winters were -15.
compared to your winters.
Yeah, this winter was like summer. Yeah.
Now our winters are like this.
Yeah?
Our winters are like last year's summers. Like this winter,
No,
last year's summer.
What are you talking about?
Last year's-
Last year's summer was hot. It was so hot.
So it's winter. This year's winter was last year's summer. Last
No.
year's winter was 2 years ago's summer.
No, I don't know. You lost me there. But last year's summer was hot. And they're saying this
it is.
summer is going
I'm
to be
saying
even
winter
hotter.
is hot.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm a bit lost here. Why are we talking about summer, winter? We're talking about global warming.
I know.
Yeah. So global warming is a big problem, especially, I don't know about other countries, But Australia is heating up quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
The temperatures are changing. Look at what happened last week. There was massive fires right in Queensland.
Uh-huh.
I think they're still burning actually. So over 100 something fires burning.
We always make jokes about the fire danger being catastrophic.
And this time it was catastrophic. Like
Yeah.
we do have that level here, and I've never seen it
And
being that high.
and you know fires are bad when it goes no to high.
Yes. Yeah, we have moderate and high. Moderate
That's-
being the lowest fire
And
danger.
then high being the second.
Yes. Anyway, so
Catastrophic
this,
is the highest, by the way.
and I seriously thought that's Armageddon. But last week and the week before, the fires in Brisbane, that was the fire danger. A lot of
Yeah.
people lost a lot of properties and...
Did
and
anyone
what-
die?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's good.
No, there hasn't been any fatalities. Actually, I think I should have read about this, but I don't think we lost any lives.
Really?
No. We do have excellent, we do have excellent evacuation plans, and people do what they're told. When
Yes.
they move, they move.
You hear when we're told to move,
Yeah, we move.
we move. I have never been told to. Yeah, well.
Well, we've never been in a zone where they needed to be evacuated. So, so by the way, what I was trying to say is last week the temperature here in Australia is changing a lot, and I was giving you an example, like the fires burning in Queensland, right? Which is not very often that happens. Like Queensland is not the state that burns. It's New South Wales and Victoria that usually burns,
Yeah,
right?
bushfires happen commonly here.
Here, yeah, down here in New South Wales
Not
and
Up
Victoria, like Melbourne. But Queensland, when you look at the map, the whole of the coastal side of Queensland was on fire. And this week, it's flooding the last few days.
Yeah. I heard about that. I don't know
Torrential
anything
rains
about it.
and floods and like a mini tornado happened. It was
How do you have a
something.
mini tornado?
Well, it's not a ginormous tornado like America gets them, but it was like a small one on a smaller scale. I don't know, this lady was on the news. I was just briefly watching it this morning, and her whole farm was destroyed. So we currently in the worst, one of our drought is coming back. Our farmers are struggling because the farms are really short on water. Like it's currently in drought. Technically, the cities are not in drought. Our dams are up to 60%, I think. And in lower, they're gonna put water restrictions like they did a few years back. So we're basically very struggling, and that's all due to climate change. Yeah. Like
If you haven't guessed or you don't know, climate change is when temperature changes in the world.
I'm sure they have.
Just in case.
I think there's more to it than that.
Ah,
You
basically,
wanted to talk about this, so go ahead. What have you learned about climate change at school?
at school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we haven't learned much about it.
What have you learned?
All that we actually learned was that it exists. That's all we learned. I know more about it, but that's all we learned in school. That I remember.
Well, what
That-
did you
that it
learn?
exists.
How is it made?
Well, I know
What
how it's
makes
made. We didn't.
climate change?
I didn't learn this in school, but mostly it's greenhouse gases,
Mm-hmm.
which are like carbon dioxide and other stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
produced from our cars, buses, factories,
Mm-hmm.
all of those stuff,
In cars.
and cows. But I don't like that subject. I don't like that humor.
That's not humor.
Yeah, but
That's reality.
I don't like that type of humor. So
It's
I'm
not
I'm gonna
humor.
avoid that subject.
Okay, I'm sorry, but can you tell me what humor are you talking about?
Toilet.
What?
Toilet.
I don't know what you're talking about. I seriously don't know. When I said cows because they do produce the most
Yes,
methylene.
yes, they do. Methane.
Methane.
Not methylene.
Whatever, methane.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Everything.
I know, but we have a lot of cows.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of cows around the world. And the release of that methane gas has a very big effect on our greenhouse gases.
Mm-hmm.
I was not talking about toilets.
I know, but like that subject.
Oh,
like,
because the farts are the one.
Yes.
I wasn't joking. We were talking about...
I know you're not joking. That is actually a serious thing.
Yeah, I was just talking about the biggest contributors to greenhouse gases.
That's not the biggest.
No, it's not the biggest. But it's one of the biggest.
Biggest natural cause.
It's one of the biggest contributors, though.
Biggest natural.
Yes.
Factories, I think, are one of the biggest.
Yeah, that's what the Industrial Revolution done. Well, you know, nowadays we do have the technology to change things. It's just it costs a lot of money to do it, and the people in charge won't do it.
Get rid of money. Get it done.
I don't get rid of money.
Get rid of money. Get it done. Bring money back.
No. Like, the whole world is run by money. You know, everybody can talk about how easy it is to do things and do this, but it will cost a lot of money to do all that. Like, let's say, why can we build an irrigation system to get
What's
water?
an irrigation system?
Irrigation system is when you build a watering system for the farms.
Okay.
Okay. So our farms in Australia, it's mostly desert.
Uh-huh.
But once you leave the cities where our dams are,
Uh-huh.
where our farms are, where our cattle and architecture farms are,
Agriculture.
agriculture farms are, there is no rain at all. Even on a good year, there is no rain. So they can't actually. All our farmers rely completely on rain for their farms. So why don't we build an irrigation system that will take water to them from the dams and from the ocean? We're surrounded with the ocean.
Yeah, we are classified as the biggest island.
Yes, and we have a desalination plant that we've built because of the drought that was happening before that. So why you would wonder why your country, for example, Australia, will not spend money into building an irrigation system for the farms. There we will always have crops. We'll always have, happy cows and stuff and sheep, because we have a lot of those. But why don't we build it?
Because it costs a lot of money.
Oh, well, that we're talking about billions and billions, trillions probably. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're rubbing your ears. Why are you rubbing your ears?
Because they itch.
Yeah, so then alright, so you expect the government to fix that from the taxes that the people pay. But that's not enough, because the taxes go into the health, into the education, onto the road maintenance, onto Medicare, all this other stuff that we have.
Hey, Mom.
So they would have to increase taxes, right? People are not going to be happy if they increase taxes, would they? Because we do pay one of the highest tax rates in the world.
Hey, Mom. Just shut down the education. I know a few good kids that would like to have that happen. Not me. Not me.
I love your idea of fixing the problem. Just create a bigger one. Then you don't have to worry, because few generations down the road without the education, I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen. Yes, it's hard problems, those ones, aren't they? Seriously, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm just...
Are you worried about the planet?
Yes.
You should be, because you're the one who will be growing up in it. I mean, you are growing up in it now. And
you're still alive, Mom.
Yeah, but I'm almost 40.
You're 37. You have 3 years to go until you have 60 years left of life if you live to 100.
Oh, wow. If I live to 100.
And then you get a letter from the Queen.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Do you really think we're still gonna be a monarchy by then? I think we'll be becoming republic unless that Australia just lights itself on fire because of the climate change. And then there's no Australia left.
We don't need to light ourselves on fire.
It just lights itself on fire. Yeah, that's what happens. Alright, so you know what causes it?
You know when you turn 100 and you can't play with Lego anymore?
Who said you can't play with Lego?
It says $3 to $99.
It doesn't. Why, that's not right. What if you live over 100 and you still like building Legos?
Wasn't the oldest person like 127 or something?
I have no idea what the oldest person was. There's quite a few that live like over 100, but yeah, I don't know. You probably won't live.
Imagine if everybody lived over 100 and the Queen still gave out notes.
Well, she only gives away notes to English people and people of the Commonwealth. Not to the rest of the world.
What if nobody knows you turned 100? Like nobody in the government or anything?
Nothing. I don't think most of countries care.
Okay.
Centennial. Woohoo! You lived a long life.
You lived a century.
Yeah. Well, your great grandfather is 90. So he might see 100.
I hope
he's healthy.
I hope he does. I don't want to experience that funeral yet.
This is morbid.
Well, we were talking about climate change.
Well, I think Dedo has a very good chance of seeing 100 because he's very healthy.
Okay.
For his age, he's very healthy.
He takes walk every day.
He does. He still plays
chess.
He still plays chess. He goes out and plays.
And he's good.
Hangs around with his mates and
his wife.
And his wife. They live alone. They don't need any assistance. Yeah. Knock on wood. He'll be around for a while.
Yep. This table is wood.
Yes. That's why we knock on wood.
Yes. No, we're not. We're knocking on metal.
Yeah. So anyway.
Climate change.
Okay, you're supposed to say anyway because that's our word. Yeah.
Is that
so? Okay.
That's not actually an official catchphrase.
It's not really a catchphrase. It's just an official word because we say it all.
Yeah, all words are official words.
Let's try it. Anyway. Okay.
Anyway.
Climate change. So you know what causes climate change?
Yes.
Okay. You know how we were talking about where you said the cows being a natural component. The most probably is done from volcanoes and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, they emit a lot of it.
But there is nothing we can do about it.
Uh-huh.
But we can do something about the amount of cows in the world. And sheep.
I don't like culling.
Why do you say culling? Just leave the ones that are around to live their happy lives.
And what do you suggest doing? Getting tubes on their butt?
No, sweetheart, no getting tubes on their butt. What you do is you leave the cow. If everybody goes vegetarian, or vegan actually, the entire world population, all the cows that are there will be there and they will naturally die out and breed themselves the way they want.
They'll just breed.
Nowadays we breed them on purpose.
They'll just breed naturally.
Yeah, but not in the numbers that we breed them today.
Yeah, but like, do we breed monkeys on purpose?
No, that's why there is barely any left.
No, I mean, like, monkeys are a sustaining species.
Yeah,
they
and the cows
breed by themselves.
Yes, and the cows will
and
breed
they keep
themselves.
the population up.
Yeah, the cows will do the same, but because we breed in such a large amount because we use them as food.
Yeah, there'll be less cows.
Yeah, there'll be less eventually.
Not none.
I didn't say none.
I think you
there
meant
will
none.
be less, but if we don't need them for food and products.
We do need them for products, Mum. We need them for commercials.
I don't think we need. We have good CGI nowadays. You don't really need any cows.
You don't need anything now. You just need a camera.
Oh well, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Small changes. So alright, we talked about how it's made. And now, what does it do? What did I teach you at school? What does it do?
It heats up the world and cools down the world.
Why is that bad?
Because they didn't teach us this in school, but it's because if it keeps heating up, I'm already melting.
I don't think you're melting.
And if it keeps cooling down, well, I'm not already
I think
freezing.
heating up is the problem.
Freezing.
The heating up is the problem. The ice caps melting.
That's the worst one for me.
And we're losing territory because the ocean levels rise.
Let's just get a house on the hill. What?
Yeah, but you know, it's less area to live in, less area to farm, less area to populate.
Even if you do get a house on a hill or like really high up, do you know how much water is actually in ice caps?
It's not gonna be enough to flood the world.
Not the world. We're not gonna live in a mountain, Mom.
We'll probably flood here though, where we are.
We're not gonna just like go live in a mountain.
Yeah. You know that? If it's flooded, we'll probably not do here. We can't live in this area because we're pretty close to the
Ocean.
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 The Pacific Ocean.
Not the Indian.
Not the Indian.
That's on the other side.
We have the Pacific. The big, great white swim when you go swimming.
Mom, we need to do something really quickly.
Yeah, we should go swimming.
No. It's 8:30.
What do you mean now? What do you mean now?
Mom, I need to do something really quickly.
What? I don't know what that was.
I mean, neither. I just wanted to do it.
So yeah.
I need to brace my chair up.
You're just making noises.
Keep talking.
You're just making noises. Maybe you shouldn't play the chair up and down so you don't break it and then your brother yells at you.
I'm not gonna break it.
Alright, come back here, Munchkin.
Okay. I'm coming back.
Okay. No, you need to be closer to the mic,
I'm
otherwise you'll
coming
be.
back.
Alright, so
Just
anyway, what can we do about it? Oh, I mentioned a few things. What do you think we should do about it? How do we stop it? How do we improve it?
I want moving sidewalks as well.
That has nothing to do with global warming.
Yeah, so the cars and buses and vehicles don't emit carbon gas, and they're boy.
Alright, Zachary. Maybe you should rethink this idea about the moving sidewalks. How are they gonna be powered?
Solar, electrical, wind, aqua.
Oh.
Plenty of aqua.
There's no plenty of aqua. We're in the middle of the drought.
Plenty of aqua.
Yeah.
We're surrounded by ocean and the ice caps are melting.
We're in the middle of a drought happening here. You know, you can't really just go down by the beach and drink some water.
What? I'm not talking about drinking it. I'm talking about using it to power an entire road.
That makes perfect sense. Powering the entire world.
I said road.
Road. In a city where it takes hours to get anywhere. Or with a vehicle.
If you have moving sidewalks, you can go into fast lane and run.
Really? You're still not faster than our car.
I don't care. It'd be more fun.
Okay, it takes 40 minutes to drive from where we are to Liverpool, right?
Guess what you can do? You can lie down and sleep.
So what? If you can lie down and sleep, that does not help you to get there in any less than 3 hours.
If you're in the fastest lane, you can lie down and sleep till you feel like that.
Sorry, moving sidewalks are not a good idea.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Anyway.
They would cost a lot.
Anyway. Now, an actual proper idea of how we can fight global warming.
What's the proper idea?
Get over it. Next idea.
What's the proper idea?
I said get over it. Next idea. actually something realistic that we can do.
Don't drive. Just walk.
Well, try and
everywhere.
catch public transport everywhere. That will help, yes. And
yeah,
that's it.
because like a bus can house a lot of people, and then instead of having a bus housing one person and a bunch of people on the road creating extra gas, how about all the people in the bus and only the bus creating gas?
Yeah,
sure, it creates a lot of gas because it's a bus, but it's less than 1 million cars.
Yes, but then we need an actual public transportation system that's perfect.
What do you mean perfect?
Like, for example, everybody says in Japan there's a perfect public system around Tokyo where it's crowded and stuff, and everybody takes it because there's trains every 3 minutes and there's trains to take you everywhere.
Just go on a train.
Here, if you
trains
live,
make carbon dioxide.
yes.
Yeah.
If you actually, I have no idea because the electric car moves it. I don't know. Don't ask me. Anyway, so here, for example, we live across the station, right?
My chest hurts.
What?
Okay, the pain is gone.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine. My chest felt weird.
Oh,
It felt weird.
what do you mean? Like, does it hurt? No, I'm serious.
No,
like,
it doesn't hurt. It just felt weird for a moment.
Don't joke around with stuff like that because that's a very serious thing.
I'm not. It just felt weird for a moment.
Wait.
Continue. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if they emit carbon or anything like that, but what I was saying, if you just stop talking for a second so I can actually finish my sentence, because we live across the station here, that's convenient for us, right?
Yeah.
What if you live in Brighton?
Build more
There's
trains.
no trains anywhere in Brighton, right?
Build more. That definitely will cost $1 billion.
No, just peanuts. Don't worry, our government has it right. They just put some trams in the city.
Yeah.
Trams that we took out back in the day.
Yeah. Why don't we take them out?
Because they're in the way
Of what?
of the roads. And
Then why are we
people driving.
installing them again?
I have no idea because we don't know how else to waste money. That's why we're installing trams. You know who's going to use them? Nobody, because it's going to be ridiculously expensive to get on one. The same now that it's ridiculous, our public system. First of all, we don't have trains enough to go anywhere. And the second of all, it's so expensive that it costs much cheaper to drive. And people don't want to take the trains when they have to pay $6 just for one way for 2 stops.
Yeah.
That's why people don't take the public transport.
Used to be able to take you home when you're drunk, park for you. Like, you could sleep in them while driving.
What?
Then they took away the horse.
I don't think if you own a horse and a carriage, you should still not ride it, drive it, or operate it.
Just train your horse.
Operate it if you were drunk or asleep.
No, just train your horse to take you home and follow the rules of the road.
I don't think I had the right rules back then.
Then what happened?
I don't know. Was there rules? I don't think so. I don't think there
Well,
were.
then cars wouldn't exist.
Yeah, but the rules came when the cars came.
Yeah, well then...
What came first? The road rules or the car?
The egg.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
No,
I don't think so. It was the chicken.
came first. Yeah.
Yes. Due to global warming.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, that's what we were talking about, so I don't know. I thought it's connected with climate change.
What? No.
No?
I just made a joke.
Why did the chicken come first?
Because you can't have like a T-Rex lay an egg and a chicken pop out. Chicken evolved.
And the chicken laid the egg.
Yeah. And then the next chicken came. Then that chicken laid an egg. Then the next chicken. Then that chicken.
Okay.
Then that chicken.
Let me ask you this. A chicken can lay an egg by itself. It doesn't need the rooster, right? Okay, not the chicken, the old chickens. A hen can lay an egg.
Yeah, but it won't be like fermented.
It won't
have...
ferment it until... No, fermented is not the word.
What's fermented
This
mean?
is also Englishing. Fermented is what you do into cabbage to make kimchi. Fertilized.
Yes.
That's the word you're looking for.
Fermented.
Yeah, Englishing
They're
101.
They're made of cabbage.
No. So if the hen lays an egg without a rooster, it's not fertilized egg.
And it won't have a baby.
So no baby chicken.
No baby. No chicken. No,
No
chicken.
chicken.
No fluffy little chicken.
No. So if the chicken came first in the great evolution
Late tree.
tree, where did the second chicken come from?
Evolved with it.
What? There was two chickens. A male and a female.
What, you think when dinosaurs came there was only one dinosaur?
That's not what we're talking about. Back to the chicken,
That's
please.
the same thing.
Okay,
Well,
I
how did
know.
we get to this from climate change?
This could apply to any creature. I was just asking you because it's always a question between the chicken and the egg.
Humans came at a time.
Leave humans alone. We're not talking about humans. We're talking about a chicken and an egg. I know you can apply to every other creature, but let's just talk about the chicken and an egg.
I know, but the chicken came first. There was two chickens, and they
There
laid
was
an
two
egg.
chickens.
And they laid an egg, and that chicken grew up and laid an egg. And that chicken grew up and laid an egg.
So no, I've never
Then
thought
that
of this
chicken
before.
goes
I
in
never
the
thought of this before.
Did you know?
But-
if you go back far enough in the evolutionary tree, everything has the same ancestor.
Yes.
A single cell organism.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know that.
If you go back far enough, you can find the ancestor between us and pollen. Not pollen, goldfish.
And pollen.
No,
Well, yes.
not pollen.
Pollen is a living thing.
Yeah.
So everything came from that one cell organism that God created somehow.
That means everything
Yeah.
on the planet that's alive
Yeah.
is like brother and sister.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All very distant cousins. Why was
That was the closest-
silence?
That was the closest thing to make me become vegetarian.
You should become vegetarian because cows
No.
and farts.
No, I
You know
can't
those
give
jokes
up.
you don't like?
I can't give up meat. I love ham. I love
So do I.
burgers. I love nuggets. I love ham and cheese sandwiches. And I love wontons. And I love cheese bacon balls. And I love schnitzel. And I love pork. And I love pulled pork. And etc. I love meat.
You love all that, but have you seen how cute the little piglets are?
Those piglets, when they grow into piglets, they're not cute anymore. That's when they kill them.
Oh, the pigs are so cute. They're so smart.
I don't think I've seen a pig live, and I don't think it's cute.
They are cute. You know what they love? To scratch their backs while they eat. I should know. I grew up on a farm. We had pigs. My mom used to scratch their backs and they would love it.
Then your
So
dad
happy.
swallows them with a knife. Climate change. What are
What about it?
final thoughts or something? I don't know.
Final thoughts on climate change.
There's not really much else
Well,
to
we need
say.
to do something about it.
Yeah.
But it's almost like impossible to do because you have to change so many people's opinions and minds, and they're set in their ways, and it's very hard to change people's ideas of how things should be. So it's up to the new generations like yourself to change, to bring that change about, and hopefully that will be soon enough to stop it.
I don't want to live in a world where you can't have water.
Yeah.
Eventually, because if we keep doing that, eventually the ice caps will melt and the sea will rise. And if we are still alive somehow, we still emit the gas, that the water's gonna evaporate.
Well, I don't know if the ice.
Well,
caps-
technically, you can't have the water completely gone from the earth because
No.
to the drop, there's still the same amount of water on Earth from when Earth got water. Because
Yeah,
like
it's a lot of
in you,
water.
it's in ice,
Okay,
it's in the
70% of this planet is water.
73.
73. If all the ice caps melted, isn't it a bigger problem, desalination of the ocean?
What's desalination?
No, opposite of salting something is desalting it. So desalination. You know, when you make water that's salty into fresh water.
And then make
So the
water
ice.
into salty water?
No, just the other way around.
Okay.
So if you get the ocean is salty, right?
Yeah.
All that ice cap, ice and stuff is fresh water.
Uh-huh.
That goes into the ocean. Isn't there enough of it to desalinate the ocean, and that will cause a lot of troubles? Something to do with
No, there will not be enough. It will turn into salt.
the currents and stuff. I don't know,
It will turn into salt water.
but not enough of it.
It's
The
amazing.
percentage of the salt in the ocean would go down quite a bit. That would make a difference with something with the currents or something, which has an effect. The El Nino effect? I don't know, something. I don't know anything
That's
about this.
not El Nino.
El Nino is the currents, isn't it?
El Nino is like a heat wave that hits the Galapagos Islands.
Nice
Something
how
like
we talk
that.
about this and we have no idea what they are.
Yeah, we don't fact check these
Let me
videos.
educate myself.
Don't educate.
I'll have to.
Too much work.
No, it's not.
Too much work to type stuff on your phone.
Okay. You knew, you were right.
Huh?
You were right. That's a warm phrase of the El Nino Southern. See? It's associated with a band of warm ocean water that develops in the central and east central Pacific.
Yeah,
So it's something
the
to do
water dies and then
So
the
the
land
ocean
lives
makes
and flourishes.
the part of the ocean makes that effect. I don't know. It's
The
so much
water
science.
dies. The water dies inside, and the land is just
I don't know.
ha. It's
I really don't know.
flourishing.
I don't know. I thought you would know about this because you know being a science guy.
I do know about El Nino. I do.
How is it made?
I don't know. I
Just
don't know.
because you heard of it
I
doesn't
don't-
mean you know about
I
it.
don't know how El Nino came to be. I'm not the
Alright,
Earth.
look. There's a lot of things that could be done to fix global warming, like less carbon emission into the atmosphere, and
Yeah.
humans can very easily do that.
Yeah.
We can start using solar power, wind power,
Aqua power.
aqua power.
With
water
plenty of
power.
aqua.
We can do all that instead of using coal.
Yeah.
Oh, we like using coal, don't we?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's we like black.
Black. And, you know, there's just only small little things which are a big contributor to actually global warming.
You wouldn't think about it.
Oh, yeah, they're massive contributors.
You wouldn't
If
think,
we can just change that, I
you wouldn't think
we'll be
about the
fine.
cows.
Yeah.
But
Leave the cows alone. They make nothing compared to what we release in the atmosphere in our factories or
I know, but like you
cars.
wouldn't think that they're a big contributor.
no. Leave the natural contributors
Because
alone.
before we were doing it, they were still there. The
Cows,
Earth
yeah.
was fine.
I don't think there was this much amount, but it doesn't matter.
Because
the thing is
we
that
started.
those are natural things. You know, animals are natural, volcanoes are natural things. We can't do anything about it. We can't stop the volcanoes from exploding.
Yeah.
Like we can't even predict when they're gonna explode. To be honest, even that's a bit out of our
Yeah.
ability. But that's
Maybe
natural. But we can
because-
do with the other things.
It's like I think it's like yin and yang. Like they can't be good without bad. Like you need something to balance.
Yeah. So we can leave
You
all
need
the
you need the carbon dioxide. It is an important factor.
in a normal amount.
Yeah, even just breathing
Hmm.
puts out carbon dioxide, but then trees
Yeah.
eat it up and give you
Yeah,
oxygen.
maybe we should start stop
And like
deforesting. No, what's it called?
deforestation.
Yeah, we should stop
Yeah,
that.
I was learning about the I think it was the Amazon in school, and it rains really heavily. It's like pouring constantly,
Yeah.
but like not the pouring that we have, like 10 times stronger.
Yeah.
And like like when people cut down the trees to build new land, but then the rain comes and washes all the roots away, so you can't grow anything there.
Yeah.
And then you just leave it because you can't grow anything, no crops, no anything. So they just basically just cut down a bunch of trees for nothing.
Oh, they use the trees. That's what they would.
Use it.
So when we can do that, so we can. There's a lot of things we as humans can do that has nothing to do with the natural contributors like animals or volcanoes and stuff like that. We can stop it or decrease it. I mean, it's impossible not to have any.
Don't stop breathing.
Yeah.
Don't stop breathing.
Volcanoes have been exploding since the dawn of time, basically, right?
Volcanoes
and they haven't.
Their equivalent of breathing.
Well, not exploding, but erupting. But they've been exploding since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And they haven't made a dent to make it this kind of climate change.
Yeah.
But here we are, in 200 years from the Industrial Revolution, we have polluted the earth enough that we need to actually make things to stop it now.
And back, at least it's not as, well, it's actually worse than when the Industrial Era started.
Yeah, it's much worse. That's what the problem is.
Sure, it's gotten a bit greener, but...
No, it hasn't gone greener.
No. Is it like a little bit like more colorful?
No.
Like the skies aren't filled with factories everywhere you go, but it's still worse.
But before that, there was no factories.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No. In the Industrial Revolution.
Yes.
There were still factories and machines.
You're just picturing London, I think, back in the 80s.
Yeah, London. I'm talking about London.
It's just one city that's always portrayed like that in the movies.
London.
In the 1800s, when Australia was formed here, there was no factories like that.
Yeah, because we were just forming.
Well, it was just us. The Aboriginal people were here.
Yeah, as a nation.
They didn't leave any, carbon emissions behind, did they?
Yeah. They didn't cut down trees.
Yeah, but,
they did for wood. But
well, I'm sure whatever they cut down, they return to nature. So they use what's in nature and then they return it. When we do the compost, that's returning it. Like you return it so you can make good ground where you can grow veggies and stuff like that. So just throwing it away. So you can recycle, you can reuse.
Would you say use recycle is like giving back to the earth, but it's just giving back to you because you made it?
Yes. Like, doesn't it make you feel maybe individually, maybe we can't do massive changes.
Yeah.
Right? Because, it doesn't depend on us to make this entire country to be solar powered. Okay.
I mean,
but you can
what are you going to do on rainy days?
You can do a small steps. Like, what do you contribute? Like,
well, going eco-friendly, and
you have been explain.
Like,
what do you
compost is a really good thing. If you don't do it,
composting
try to do it.
Yeah,
it's a little hard because it stinks, but keep it in a closed container. It's fine.
There's proper bins you can buy for composting, and they don't
but
actually
you can do
smell.
You can do it DIY with no money. Just get a few containers.
I think you should spend some money on doing it properly because you don't want rodents and anything living around your house either.
Yeah.
So you need to
you buy the proper compost bin that we have, a small one.
Yeah, whichever one.
You don't have to have one of those really big ones
that
you put the lawn mowing grass in or something. You don't have to have that. And
and do your composting and do your recycling. Separate your recycling.
And it feels good, okay? It feels good.
It should.
Yeah.
But your lunches at school?
Yeah, they feel good. They taste really good.
Well, tell what's you've been doing it for over a year now.
Doing it? What?
Nude lunches.
Nude food.
Oh my goodness.
Nude food.
To drag the words out of your mouth.
And you know how much people ignore nude food at my school?
Yeah.
For the teachers to get people to do nude food, they had to do a competition that every Tuesday, nude food, and whoever the winner is gets a prize.
Did you win?
Should have.
You didn't?
Because we would have won. I'm pretty sure we would have won, but I didn't get time to do all the math. but I knew that I just saw the winning team and did the math.
What math?
Because
There's no math.
however many people brought nude food on Tuesday each week until week 7, or week 8.
Okay, who won?
3.
Really? I thought
But
it was individual, not class.
No.
It was per class.
It's per class.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
And I did the math, and they were they added points.
Oh, you can
I think the people doing the points were from 3G.
Okay, maybe you can take that up from your teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, you've been bringing nude lunches to school for a year now.
Only tuna sandwiches. Don't have.
Okay, I don't really like putting tuna sandwiches
You
in
already
your
talked
sandwich
about
bags, so that's why.
We already talked about.
I know, but
tuna
still.
things.
So you have your containers, recyclable plastic containers. So one day, if you don't use them, they'll be
They get worn out.
recycled. Yeah.
And if I don't use them, I just don't use them. I'll clean
And
them
this
tomorrow.
year, you're getting a bag made out of recycled tires.
Is it made out of recycled tires?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really good. It has like 3 pockets.
Yeah. It's
I
made
only
out of-
need 2.
I know, but it's made out of recycled tires. I think that's what it said on the website.
How did you think of it? Rather, it does look like kind of melted
Yeah, it did.
tires.
It did look like it. It
Melted?
has that view. It has that
It
look.
even has you can see a tire pattern in it.
I think it's just from tire tubes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably one that's like 6.
Alright, it's a nice bag. So hopefully, Tita will get you that bag for your birthday or for Christmas, whatever.
We're doing a Secret Santa for Christmas.
We are doing...
Christmas is next week. That we're gonna talk about
2
it.
weeks.
Because next week
2 weeks.
it's gonna be the what's it today? The 6th? No, it's the 7th. It's
7.
It's the 6th. It's the 6th.
Yeah.
And next week
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be the 13th. Then the week after that it's gonna be actually 2 weeks. In 2 weeks we're gonna do a Christmas episode, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But anyways, we've been having nude lunches. We've had nude bin at home, which means the rubbish bin at home.
Oh, yeah.
Because we started.
I thought you said nude bean.
No, nude bin, like the rubbish bin.
Bin.
Okay. And that's when you don't put any plastic lining in your rubbish bin.
Or plastic bag in it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's plastic lining. No bin liners. Because
you can have a bin
compost.
liner. Like you can have an eco-friendly bin liner. Didn't we
I
have
know
that
you
once?
can, but we're not using any because in our bin none of the organic waste goes there. Everything goes in the compost. So in our normal bin, only things that are not recycled go in.
Okay.
Like we can't recycle cheap packets, for example.
Yeah.
We have to put them in there, in the normal bin.
Well, when I was walking home from school today,
Mm-hmm.
I was eating my nectar. Was it a nectarine or a peach?
This is a peach.
My peach. I threw it in the bin because you said that we put our compost in there when it's like
we do
decomposed.
put in the normal rubbish bin that comes for pickup every Monday or Tuesday, whatever it is. We put the compost in there because we don't have a garden where we can do the compost. So every week I throw away the compost into the normal rubbish bin that goes to the landfill. But at the landfill, the organic matter is not closed up in a plastic bag that will just keep it there forever.
Yeah.
It's open, so it will actually rot away, like decompose.
Yeah.
And I know that's causing that gas again, methane. But it's not such a huge amount. And if you want it rightly done, we can collect the gas from the landfills.
At least it's not as bad as Neptune. Like Neptune, I'm pretty sure.
It's made out of methane.
Yeah. It's made out of methane.
And some outrageous planets out there. So anyway, there was a few little things that I wanted to mention about last week's podcast. Can you get me the book?
What book? Which one?
I'll just grab
No,
it.
I'll get it. I'm already up.
It's in your drawer.
Am I in the mic? Yeah, I can see that I have big volume.
Yes. Just
This one?
no, the notebook.
This one?
No, underneath it. That one. Yep. Just give it to me. I wrote something in it for this week to mention on the end of the podcast. I remember.
Oh,
that.
it was a favorite food.
No, I know that. Okay. You know, last week when we were talking about the pie with a coin inside,
Yeah.
how you said one holiday they put the coin in the pie, and whoever gets it has good luck for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said it was the 19th of June, and I was wrong. It's on the 14th of January. It wasn't. I made a mistake in explaining. I said it was the 19th of January that we do it for the holidays, but it's not the 19th of January. It's the 14th of January for the pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
We actually corrected ourselves for once.
Yeah, I remembered that.
Yeah.
While I was listening when I was editing the thing, I remembered. Hold on, it's not the 19th. It's the 14th. 19th is. Excuse me. 19th. It's my name day. And and the 14th is the actual saint something.
We don't celebrate the day.
No, we don't celebrate it here.
We celebrate my little niece. We're supposed to talk about our favorite food this week.
Yeah, well, we are. Okay, I'll probably say that today's dinner was actually my favorite part of this week so far. Because I had the curried rice with a yogurt dip.
Spicy.
With a yogurt dip and the cucumber, tomato, onion and feta salad. It was actually very yummy.
What was in the yogurt?
Cucumber, garlic.
Was the chive?
No, cucumber.
With the garlic made it spicy.
Yeah, cucumber, garlic and a little bit of vinegar and oil. And if you put that on top of the curried rice, it was very yummy.
It was spicy.
I know it was spicy, it's curry.
I like spicy.
I know you don't like spicy, but you get a little bit of it.
I know, I did eat
So
it.
what was your favorite dinner?
My favorite dinner this week? I did eat it! I ate it.
Sure you did. Okay.
I did.
Alright, okay, you
just
did.
Spread it around on the plate.
Okay. What was your favorite dinner this week?
Time out. I just need to laugh.
You can laugh. Okay, you did not spread around. You had a whole 3 grains at least.
I didn't have
Was
3.
it 5?
I didn't have 3 grains.
Spoonful.
I had 5 spoonfuls.
5 spoonfuls. Oh my goodness.
That was
gracious.
that was like
Are you
50%. Yes.
Anyway, how do you
Okay.
think our conversation was this week?
Huh?
How do you think our conversation was this week?
It was good. I mean,
I think it was a little bit over the place.
yeah.
It was like going
Talking
everywhere.
about food and climate change.
I thought it was going to be like serious, but it wasn't.
Nah.
We talked about many things.
That's as serious as we're gonna get.
Probably.
Anyway, global warming exists. That's how
I know.
serious.
Well, it's not like you throwing these subjects at me by surprise, and I don't have any time to do research.
I don't
press
prepare
record.
either.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's the whole point of this. Anyway, joke time.
Ooh, ending it right now? Okay.
I think so.
I actually have a joke related to the topic. How did the skeleton know that it was going to rain?
I don't know how.
He read the weather forecast.
I do not get this one.
I don't tell a different one.
No, it's fine. It's
How did
fine.
the skeleton-
One joke at a time.
How did the skeleton not know? How did the skeleton know it wasn't going to rain?
I don't know.
Because climate change was a thing. Just end it.
All right. Bye for now.
Boy.